The federal government says it wants to show off the best of Canada to everyone around the world, but unfortunately for one film producer, Parks Canada gave them a bit of a different line. The film producer wanted to make a movie and they wanted to film some scenes in Alberta, specifically Banff and Jasper, two beautiful parts of Canada, two national parks, and they wanted to showcase this scenery for the movie, which stars Tom Jackson, an Aboriginal performer, and Liam Neeson. Now, Liam Neeson is an absolute badass. I don't think anyone needs to be told how great he is. He is not to be taken for granted. You get non-stop action with his movies. It's not an unknown that he's going to make a movie great. The fact is, Liam Neeson and Tom Jackson were going to be in this movie, but there's a little bit of a catch. They can't film at Parks Canada. They've been denied permits by the government. The reason is Tom Jackson plays an Aboriginal gang leader. According to the location manager for the movie, who spoke to the Canadian press, Parks Canada asked him if the Aboriginal was going to be a criminal in the film, to which he said, yeah, he's going to be the gang leader in question, and they said that doesn't align with Parks Canada values. Parks Canada was asked for comment on this, and they just said that they can deny film permits to anyone they want. They don't have to give it to them. But here's where it gets interesting. I haven't seen the script for the movie. In fact, the title hasn't even been released, but from everything that has been published about this, if there was just a role reversal, all of a sudden Liam Neeson was the gang leader and Tom Jackson was the Aboriginal superstar detective that comes in to solve the problem, everything would be fine. But because you have an Aboriginal gang leader, that means that apparently you'd be painting Aboriginals in an unfair light. Whatever happened to film being about fiction? Whatever happened to film being about storytelling? How's this? What if they were making a movie about a true story of an Aboriginal that happened to do terrible things? Would that mean that they would not be allowed to film there? This is censorship in a way. It's not that the government is telling them not to film it or that they can't, but the fact that a public space, which you'd think would be available to anyone who wanted to shoot there if they're going to get the permit and go through the permissions and not damage the property, but now we have the government telling people, oh, no, this movie doesn't align with our values. Therefore, we're not going to let you shoot on land that is publicly owned by the Canadian people. They're not asking for a film grant. Although if you look at the National Film Board and look at all the movies that have been given government funding, I bet you'd find ones that have a lot more controversy than an Aboriginal actor playing an Aboriginal gang leader. And here's the most interesting part. What about diversity in the cast? It's not like it was so offensive that they couldn't find a renowned Canadian performer to step up and play the Aboriginal, despite the fact that they're saying this is going to paint Aboriginals in a dangerous light. This is what happens when you let political correctness dictate government policy. And at the very least, you don't want to piss off Liam Neeson. For the Rebel.media, I'm Andrew Lawton. Check out the Rebel.media for lots more great content and commentary, and also premium memberships, the best investment you'll ever make in a future for this world.